In the headlines, the conference to review 10 years of implementing Directive No. 43 on strengthening the party's leadership in resolving the consequences of toxic chemicals used by the U.S. during the war in Vietnam. The delegation of Cần Thơ City had a working visit to Champasak province of Laos. Almost 4 thermal power plant projects officially started construction. Hello, and it's good to see you back here in this edition of Continuous and Top News today. On June 11th morning, the Association of Victims of Agent Orange, Laotian in Cần Thơ City, held a conference to review 10 years of implementing Directive No. 43 of the Secretariat of the 11th Party Central Committee on strengthening the party's leadership in resolving the consequences of toxic chemicals used by the U.S. during the war in Vietnam and reviewing 5 years of the emulation movement for victims of Agent Orange in the period of 2021-2025. To implement Directive No. 43 of the Secretariat, the leadership and direction documents of the City Party Committee and the City People's Committee, the Association of Victims of Agent Orange Laotian has proactively and actively coordinated with agencies, the City Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee and organizations to concretize and organize implementation in the locality. Association officials and members always upheld the spirit of solidarity, affection, responsibility for Agent Orange victims, actively organized and implemented policies on gratitude, social security propaganda work, mobilized socialization to care for Agent Orange victims with specific actions suitable to the local conditions and circumstances. Resultantly, before Directive No. 43 from 2009 to 2015, resource mobilization reached over 16 billion Vietnam dong. In the period of 2016 to 2020, over 34 billion Vietnam dong, and from 2021 to the second quarter of 2025 reached over 59 billion Vietnam dong. Intending to strengthen solidarity and promote diplomatic relations in line with the development requirements in the new period between Cần Thơ City and localities of the Lao People's Democratic Republic, the delegation of Cần Thơ City, led by Vice Chairman of the City People's Council Trần Quốc Vũ, paid a working visit to Laos. On the first day of the working trip on June 10th, the delegation had a meeting and paid a courtesy visit to Secretary Governor of Champasak Province, Alusay Sunalat. Secretary Alusay Sunalat, on behalf of leaders and people of Champasak Province, sent his thanks and congratulations to leaders and people of Cần Thơ City. He hoped that in the coming time, the governments of the two sides would continue to organize more practical activities, especially the exchange of cooperation on agriculture, tourism, education, etc. On behalf of the delegation, Mr. Trần Quốc Vũ said that this visit aimed to affirm Cần Thơ City's interest in further strengthening the friendly and cooperative relations between Cần Thơ City and Champasak Province and Lao localities as a whole. He also briefly introduced Cần Thö's economic, cultural, and social highlights in 2024 and in the first months of 2025 and shared more about the upcoming merger with Sóc Trăng and Hậu Giang provinces, which will create new potential to continue activities to strengthen friendly cooperation with Champasak in the coming time. Immediately after the courtesy visit to the governor of Champasak province of Laos, Cần Thơ City delegation had a working session with representatives of Champasak provincial government to discuss promoting the effectiveness of the cooperation program between the two localities in the coming time. In the meeting, the two sides agreed to deepen the diplomatic cooperation between the two sides, focusing on 4 key contents, namely improving the quality of investment cooperation in the field of agricultural development through the form of Cần Thơ City sending experts to Champasak province to support technical training in the field of agriculture, aquaculture, plant varieties, rice cultivation, effectively implementing many people-to-people and cultural exchange activities to enhance mutual understanding, promoting direct exchanges and connections while continuing to actively implement human resource training, especially in the 2025-2026 school year. Cần Thơ City awarded 10 full scholarships in agriculture and health to Champasak province. On the afternoon of June 10th, the Party Committee of Cần Thơ City Lottery State-owned Company Limited Liability Company solemnly held the 4th Party Congress for 2025-2030 term. During 2020-2025 term, the Party Committee of the company has led and directed the implementation of 11 out of 11 targets. In particular, the company is classified as a Type A enterprise, and the enterprise manager is assessed to have excellently completed a task. The Congress has identified goals and targets to be implemented for the entire 2025-2030 term, including recruiting 12 or more party members, striving to complete the assigned lottery ticket business targets each year, trying to complete the company restructuring project, continuing to effectively implement the annual Social Security work plan. Omom 4 thermal power plant project is part of the Block B Omom gas power project Truyền that 8 years officially started construction. The project is invested by Petro Vietnam. The joint venture Doosan and Ability Limited Liability Company of Korea Power Engineering Consulting Joint Stock Company No. 2 has been selected as the general contractor to implement the contract for design, supply of technological equipment, and construction of the project that includes component projects including offshore gas exploitation at Block B, the Block B Omom gas pipeline, and the thermal power plant cluster in Cần Thơ. The designed capacity is about 1,155 MW higher than the plant scale and is expected to generate commercial electricity in December 2028, ensuring synchronization with the process of bringing gas from Block B field to shore. Cần Thơ City Construction Investment Project Management Board is coordinating with various units to focus on completing paperwork and procedures, speeding up site clearance to soon start construction of two key projects to upgrade and expand National Highway 91, section km 0 to km 7, and the headquarters of the Office of the National Assembly Delegation and the City People's Council. The Project Management Board said that the city plans to start upgrading and expanding National Highway 91, section km 0 to km 7 on August 19, 2025. It is now coordinating with units and two localities to speed up the site clearance progress, striving to basically complete the project by August 2025. Up to now, the City Department of Construction has appraised the construction drawing, design, and project estimate. The headquarters of the Office of the National Assembly Delegation and the People's Council of Cần Thơ City is currently submitting the investment project to the Department of Construction for appraisal, after which the department will submit it to the City People's Committee for approval, expected to start construction in early 2026. On the morning of June 10th, the Trade Union of Cần Thơ Export, Processing and Industrial Zones held a conference to review activities in the first 6 months of 2025 and awarded the third Golden Heart Scholarship to children of workers who have overcome difficulties and excelled in their studies. In the first 6 months of the year, the union organized many activities to care for the lives of union members and workers. Typically, the workers' market with 10 participating units, helping workers buy essential goods at preferential prices. In addition, the union also presented 200 gifts to disadvantaged workers and 35 scholarships to children of union members with good academic performance. On the occasion of Lunar New Year, nearly 3,800 gifts were sent to workers who could not return to their hometowns. The union also supported the construction of 2 union shelters, helping workers settle down and stabilize their lives. On this occasion, the union also awarded 11 scholarships worth more than 8 million Vietnam dong from the Golden Heart Fund of Cần Thơ City to children of workers in difficult circumstances. the updated weather forecast. Don't wrap up this edition of Continues. If you want to watch again in its bulletin, please log on to our website, kenthotv.vn. And now thanks for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.